This is problem number 35 from the June 2017 Geometry Regents exam. So we're given a quadrilateral Pqrs with all the four vertices, and the first part to this question is to prove that the quadrilateral is a rhombus. Now, one good strategy to doing this is that knowing the fact that a rhombus has four equal sides, or four congruent sides. They're all the same length. What we can do, knowing that, is prove that all four side lengths are equal by actually calculating their distance. And we can do that by using the distance formula, given all of the vertices of the quadrilateral. For example, we could start with the line from P to Q, and that would be the square root of 8 minus 3 squared plus 3 minus negative 2 squared. And again, friendly reminder that we're getting these numbers from, this is y2 minus y1, 8 minus 3. So there's y2 minus y1. And then 3 minus negative 2 would be x2 minus x1. And when you calculate that out, you get this, well, if we don't round it, root 50 is the exact value of that distance. And you'll notice that once you get through all four of those line segments, they are all the same length. Therefore, we can state that Pqrs is a rhombus because all four sides are congruent. Now, for the second part of this question, we need to prove that Pqrs is not a square. And I feel like a good starting point would be to visualize it and take a minute to plot the vertices and draw it, since they do give us this coordinate plane. Now, since we already know that all four sides are the same length, in order to effectively prove that this is not a square is to show that two of the line segments that, if it was a square, it would be 90 degrees. What we want to do is prove that they're not perpendicular. And we can do that by comparing the two slopes, because if two lines are perpendicular, the slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. What I'm going to do is pick, let's say, the line PQ and compare it to the slope QR. And what we should find out is that the two slopes are not negative reciprocals of each other. So we'll start with the slope of the line PQ, and using the slope formula, it'll be 8 minus 3 over 3 minus negative 2. And this is, again, these numbers are y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that becomes 5 over 5, which is 1. Now we'll compare that to the slope of the line QR. So if we calculate that, we would do 1 minus 8 over 4 minus 3. That gets us negative 7 over 1, or just negative 7. And so what is the negative reciprocal of negative 7? That would be positive 1 over 7, clearly not the same as 1. So we conclude, since the slopes of adjacent sides are not negative reciprocals of each other, they're not perpendicular. Therefore, Pqrs is not a square. That's all for this video. I hope that was helpful, and thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.